First contact gone wrong. Captain Sarah Chen stood at the bridge of the UES Starweaver, her dark eyes fixed on the massive crystalline structure floating in the void ahead. After 6 months of deep space exploration, they had finally found definitive proof of advanced alien civilization. A quantum relay station that dwarfed anything humanity had built. Analysis complete, Captain. Lieutenant Raj Patel reported from his science station. The structure appears to be a form of faster-than-light communications array. Energy signatures suggest it's still operational. Sarah nodded, her short black hair catching the soft blue glow of the holographic displays surrounding her command chair. The Starweaver was humanity's most advanced exploration vessel, equipped with experimental quantum drives and adaptive shield technology. But compared to the alien structure before them, their ship felt almost primitive. Multiple contacts emerging from fold space, Tactical Officer Maya Rodriguez announced, her hands dancing across her console. 7 vessels, configuration unknown. They're massive. The alien ships materialized like liquid mercury taking form, each one at least 3 times the size of the Starweaver. Their hulls seemed to ripple and shift, defying conventional physics. Open hailing frequencies, Sarah ordered, straightening her uniform. Let's make first contact by the book. The main view screen flickered to life, revealing a towering figure with iridescent scaled skin and multiple sets of eyes arranged in a geometric pattern. When it spoke, its words were transmitted directly into their minds, a disconcerting sensation that made several crew members flinch. "We are the Valoran Concordat." The alien. Sarah smiled grimly as she initiated her neural link. The Starweaver had been built with this moment in mind. Humanity's first hostile encounter with a technologically superior species. Years of preparation, innovation, and secret technological development were about to be put to the test. "They think we're children," she said, feeling the ship become an extension of her consciousness through the neural interface. "Let's show them how humans fight when cornered." Nexus, Battle Configuration Alpha. Time to demonstrate why you should never underestimate Earth. The Starweaver's outer hull began to shift, panels sliding and restructuring as metamaterials reconfigured themselves. Quantum probability drives spun up, allowing the ship to exist in multiple potential states simultaneously. The alien vessels loomed ahead, their weapons charged, completely unaware that they were about to face technology far beyond what they believed humanity capable of. Targeting solutions plotted, Maya announced. "They still think our weapons are simple fusion-based energy beams." "Status of the quantum entanglement matrix?" Sarah asked. "Fully charged," Raj confirmed. "Ready to execute on your command." The 30 seconds were almost up. Sarah took a deep breath, feeling the ship's systems through her neural link. The Valoran were about to learn a harsh lesson about underestimating humanity. Sometimes, the most dangerous opponent was the one you dismissed as harmless. "Battle stations," she ordered. "Let's show them what human ingenuity really looks like." The art of deception. The space between the Starweaver and the Valoran fleet erupted in a dazzling display of weapons fire. Energy beams lanced out from the alien vessels, their targeting systems predicting where the human ship should be. But the Starweaver wasn't there. It wasn't anywhere they expected. "Quantum state shift complete," Raj reported. His consciousness merged with the ship's sensors through his neural link. "They're firing at our shadow states." Sarah felt the battle through the Nexus interface, experiencing the conflict on both a tactical and intuitive level. The Starweaver existed in multiple probability states simultaneously, making it nearly impossible to target. It was technology the humans had developed in secret, knowing they would one day face advanced civilizations. "Their confusion is evident," Maya announced, monitoring the alien fleet's communications. "They can't understand why their targeting systems are failing." The Valoran ships adjusted their formation, their liquid metal hulls flowing into new configurations. Their next volley of fire was more scattered, trying to catch the Starweaver in one of its quantum states. But the human vessel was already executing its next move. "Initiate Protocol Omega," Sarah commanded. Deploy the biomimetic swarm. From concealed launch bays, thousands of microscopic robots poured forth. Each one contained a fraction of the Starweaver's quantum probability field, creating a cloud of potential targets that confused and overwhelmed the Valorant sensors. The alien commander's voice boomed through their minds again, but this time with an edge of uncertainty. What trickery is this? Your vessel's energy signature is impossible. You assumed we would develop technology along the same path as your civilization, Sarah responded, allowing a hint of satisfaction to color her voice. Humanity chose a different approach. We don't just build our technology, we let it evolve. The biomimetic swarm demonstrated her point by adapting to the Valorant's attempts to scan it. Each microscopic robot learned and changed, becoming harder to detect with each passing second. It was technology based on natural selection principles, allowing for rapid adaptation to new threats. Impossible, the Valorant commander insisted. Your species was barely capable of interstellar travel a decade ago. We showed you what we wanted you to see, Sarah replied. Humanity learned long ago that appearing harmless can be the greatest advantage of all. The Starweaver's true weapons came online. Not the crude energy weapons the aliens had detected earlier, but something far more sophisticated. Quantum-entangled particles, carefully arranged through years of research, began to interact with the fabric of space-time itself. Target their flagship's probability matrix, Sarah ordered. Show them what human innovation really looks like. The attack wasn't visible in any conventional sense. Instead, the flagship's quantum field, the very thing that allowed their advanced technology to function, began to unravel. Their liquid metal hull froze in mid-transformation as quantum uncertainty cascaded through their systems. Their shields are failing, Maya reported with barely contained excitement. They've never encountered weapons that target quantum probability itself. The other Valorant ships moved to protect their flagship, but they were fighting an enemy they couldn't properly perceive. The Starweaver shifted between quantum states faster than their sensors could track, each movement calculated by both human and artificial intelligence working in perfect harmony. Their communication array is destabilizing, Raj announced. The quantum relay station is responding to our presence. It's recognizing our control of local quantum fields. Sarah stood from her command chair, her neural link providing perfect balance, despite the ship's complex maneuvers. Send them our terms. Withdraw from this sector and acknowledge humanity's right to explore space freely, or we'll demonstrate more of our capabilities. The Valorant fleet had fallen into disarray. Their sophisticated technology, developed over centuries, was being countered by innovations they had never conceived of. The humans hadn't followed the expected path of technological development. They had created their own. They're powering down weapons, Maya confirmed. Multiple ships are reporting quantum field instabilities. They're requesting a ceasefire. The alien commander's mental voice returned, but the arrogant tone was gone. How did you develop such technology in secret? Necessity, Sarah answered simply. When you know you're not alone in the universe, you prepare for every possibility. We studied the quantum relay station from afar for years, learning and adapting. While you saw primitive humans taking their first steps into space, we were already far beyond what you imagined possible. The Starweaver's biomimetic swarm regrouped, forming a shifting barrier of quantum uncertainty between the two fleets. Through her neural link, Sarah could feel Nexus processing the battle data, already evolving new strategies and countermeasures. Your species, the Valorant commander, seemed to struggle with the words. You are not what we thought. No, Sarah agreed. We're not. Humanity learned long ago that survival often depends on being underestimated. Now, shall we discuss terms as equals? The quantum relay station pulsed with energy, its crystalline structure reflecting the light of distant stars. In its presence, two civilizations that had met in conflict were about to forge a new understanding. One built on the realization that appearances could be deceiving, and that humanity's greatest strength lay not in raw power, but in its ability to innovate in unexpected ways. Breaking point, The negotiations aboard the quantum relay station had barely begun when everything changed. Sarah Chen stood in the crystalline chamber, facing the Valoran delegation, when Nexus sent an urgent alert through her neural link. Multiple fold space ruptures detected, the AI reported. Energy signatures matched no known configurations. The station's transparent walls offered a panoramic view of space, and Sarah watched as reality itself seemed to tear open. Ships emerged from the tiers. But these weren't Valoran vessels. Their design was organic yet geometric, like mathematical equations given physical form. The Axiom, the Valoran commander's mental voice, carried a note of genuine fear. They were supposed to be a myth. The new arrivals moved with impossible precision, their ships arranging themselves in a perfect fractal pattern around the station. When they transmitted their message, it came not as words or thoughts, but as pure mathematical concepts that the station's systems translated into understanding. "Your quantum manipulations have drawn our attention," the message stated. "This sector was sealed for a reason. The bridge must not be reopened." Sarah's mind raced. Bridge? This station is more than just a relay point, isn't it? The Valoran commander's multiple eyes shifted in patterns of distress. The stories say that long ago, there were doors between realities. The Axiom closed them, claiming it was necessary to prevent some greater catastrophe. But those are just legends. Negative. Nexus interrupted through Sarah's neural link. Detecting quantum entanglement patterns consistent with cross-dimensional interfaces, the station's true purpose was masked by layers of probability manipulation. The Axiom ships began to power up weapons that defied conventional physics. Their attack, when it came, wasn't directed at the ships or the station. It targeted the fabric of space-time itself. "They're trying to collapse the quantum fields," Raj reported from the Starweaver. "If they succeed, it'll create a cascade failure that'll wipe out everything in this sector." Sarah made a split-second decision. Nexus, full integration. Connect with the station's systems. "Captain." Maya's voice carried warning. "That level of neural interface could be fatal." "We don't have a choice," Sarah responded. Through her neural link, she could feel the station's ancient systems responding to her presence. The quantum technology that humanity had developed in secret wasn't just similar to what powered the station. It was derived from studying it from afar. The Valoran commander stepped forward. "We will assist. Our ships carry quantum regulators that can help stabilize the fields." As the Axiom weapons began to destabilize local space-time, Sarah felt her consciousness expand through the station's systems. The true nature of the quantum relay became clear. It wasn't just a communication device, but a linchpin holding reality together at a crucial junction point. "All ships, execute pattern genesis," Sarah commanded. The Starweaver's biomimetic swarm merged with the Valoran's quantum regulators, creating a complex web of probability fields. Through the neural interface, Sarah guided the combined technologies to resonate with the station's core frequency. The Axiom's attack met resistance it hadn't expected. Human adaptability, Valoran precision, and ancient technology worked in concert, maintaining the stability of space-time through sheer force of will and innovation. Fascinating, the Axiom's mathematical communications carried a note of surprise. "Your species has independently rediscovered principles that took others millennia to grasp. That's humanity's greatest strength," Sarah replied through gritted teeth, maintaining the neural interface through sheer determination. "We don't follow the expected path. We find our own way." The quantum field stabilized, but the effort was taking its toll. Sarah could feel the neural interface burning through her synapses, even as Nexus tried to buffer the load. The Valoran ships strained to maintain their position, their liquid metal hulls crystallizing under the stress. "The bridge," the Axiom transmitted. "You understand its significance." Through the station's systems, Sarah could see it now. The quantum relay wasn't just a door to other places, but to other possibilities. It was a nexus point where multiple realities touched, and its destruction would have consequences beyond imagination. "We understand," Sarah responded. Her consciousness split between her body and the station's systems. But closing doors isn't always the answer. Sometimes you need to learn how to walk through them safely. The Axiom ships held their position, their weapons still powered but no longer attacking. Your species is young, they transmitted. Yet you grasp complexities that others fear to contemplate. Because we never learned to fear them in the first place, Sarah managed, even as the neural interface threatened to overwhelm her. We saw the impossible and decided to understand it instead of hiding from it. The mathematical patterns of the Axiom's communication shifted, expressing concepts that translated roughly to curiosity and recalculation. Their ships began to move, not to attack, but to study the quantum field network that humans and Valoran had created together. Perhaps, they transmitted, there is more than one way to preserve reality's integrity. Your approach merits observation. As the immediate crisis passed, Sarah felt her consciousness being gently extracted from the station's systems. The neural interface had pushed her to her limits, but she had proven something crucial. Humanity's greatest weapon wasn't its hidden technology or its deceptive capabilities, but its ability to adapt and find solutions where others saw only problems. The Valoran commander approached her as she steadied herself. "We were wrong about your species." The mental voice carried respect now. "You are not children playing with forces beyond your comprehension. You are pioneers who comprehend precisely what you're doing. You simply choose to do it differently than anyone else." The enemy within. Recovery wasn't quick aboard the quantum relay station. Sarah sat in what the Valoran called a restoration chamber, her neural pathways still tingling from the intense interface with the station's systems. But her mind was sharp as ever, processing the implications of what they'd discovered. "The quantum signatures are unmistakable," Raj reported, his holographic presence flickering beside her. "The station isn't just monitoring dimensional boundaries. It's actively maintaining them." The Valoran commander, who had introduced himself as Zinval, interrupted. "Our historians spoke of the ancient schism, when reality itself threatened to unravel. We thought they were parables about the dangers of unchecked advancement." "They weren't parables," Sarah said, standing despite her body's protests. "Nexus, show them what we found in the station's deep archives." The AI projected a complex series of quantum equations into the air. To Sarah's enhanced perception, they told a story of cosmic engineering on an unimaginable scale. The Axiom hadn't just closed doors between realities, they had restructured space-time itself to prevent a catastrophe. "Captain," Maya's voice came through the neural link, urgent but controlled. "We're detecting unusual activity in the Valoran fleet. Some of their ships are powering up weapons." Zinval's geometric eye patterns shifted in alarm. "Impossible. I gave no such order." The Axiom ships, which had maintained their fractal formation around the station, began to move. Their mathematical communications carried warning. Internal conflict detected. Probability of hostile action. Significant. Sarah's tactical training kicked in. This isn't a random event. Someone wanted us to find this station, wanted us to trigger this confrontation. Through the station's transparent walls, they watched as several Valoran ships broke formation, their liquid metal hulls flowing into aggressive configurations. But their movements were different now, more rigid, more mechanical. "Those ships," Zinval's mental voice carried shock. "They're not responding to command protocols. The crews, something is wrong with the crews." Nexus interrupted with critical data. "Detecting quantum signature anomalies in the rogue vessels. Their probability patterns suggest artificial manipulation of organic systems. They're being controlled," Sarah realized. "Someone or something has been preparing for this moment, waiting for us to discover the station's true purpose." The rogue Valoran ships opened fire, not at the Starweaver or the station, but at the Axiom vessels. Their weapons had changed, emitting beams that distorted the very fabric of space-time. "Those aren't Valoran weapons," Zinval declared. "That technology, it's impossible." The Axiom ships responded with precise, measured force, their geometric forms shifting to absorb and redirect the attacks. But Sarah could see they were holding back, unwilling to destroy ships that might contain innocent crew members. "Nexus," Sarah commanded. "Analyze those control signatures. Find me a pattern." The A's response was immediate. The quantum interference patterns mesh frequencies found in ancient data fragments, cross-referencing with station archives. "Captain, these are similar to technologies that existed before the ancient schism." Understanding dawned on Sarah's face. They never went away. Whatever caused reality to start unraveling in the first place, they've been waiting, infiltrating, preparing for another attempt. Zinval's mental voice carried determination now. "My people, we've been unknowing hosts to this infiltration." The stories of the ancient schism weren't just warnings about technology. They were warnings about those who would use it to reshape reality itself. The station shuddered as space-time distortions from the battle outside intensified. Sarah could feel reality starting to fray around the edges, probability fields becoming unstable. "We need to shut down those ships," Sarah declared. "Not destroy them. Free them." "Nexus, can we use the biomimetic swarm to counter their control signals?" "Theoretically possible," the AI confirmed. "But it would require direct neural interface with both Valoran and human technology. The risk to your neural pathways is acceptable," Sarah finished. She turned to Zinbal. "Commander, I need access to your ship's quantum regulators. We're going to remind your people who they really are." The Axiom's mathematical communication shifted, expressing concepts that translated to approval and support. Their ships began moving in new patterns, creating a containment field around the battle zone. "You understand," they transmitted, "that success is not guaranteed. The forces you face have had eons to prepare." Sarah smiled grimly. "That's their weakness. They've had eons to perfect their plan, but they've never faced humanity before. We specialize in doing the impossible." As she prepared for another dangerous neural interface, Sarah felt something she hadn't expected, a sense of unity. Humans, Valoran, and even the mysterious Axiom, all working together against a threat none of them fully understood. It was proof that humanity's greatest strength wasn't just its ability to innovate, but its power to inspire others to look past their differences and unite against a common enemy. The battle that would follow would not just be for control of a station, or even for the stability of space-time itself. It would be a fight for free will, for the right of all species to choose their own path of development. And humanity, the youngest of the civilizations present, would prove to be the key to victory, not through superior technology or force, but through their unique ability to adapt, innovate, and bring unlike minds together in pursuit of a common cause. Evolution's edge. The quantum relay station blazed with energy as Sarah Chen initiated the most ambitious neural interface yet attempted. Her consciousness merged not just with the station's systems, but with the Valoran quantum regulators and the Starweaver's biomimetic swarm. Through this unprecedented fusion of technologies, she could perceive the true nature of their enemy. "They call themselves the Architects," she transmitted to both allies and enemies alike. "They existed before the ancient schism, and they've been waiting for a chance to finish what they started." The controlled Valoran ships moved with mechanical precision, their weapons tearing holes in the fabric of reality. Through the neural interface, Sarah could see the crew members, their minds trapped in probability loops, enslaved by quantum technologies that predated known civilization. "Their goal isn't destruction," she continued, the revelation flowing through her enhanced consciousness. "They want to rewrite the fundamental laws of reality itself. They believe they can create a perfect universe by controlling every quantum probability." The Axiom ships maintained their containment field, their mathematical communications expressing concepts of grim confirmation. They had fought this enemy before, sealing dimensional boundaries to prevent their return, but they had never found a way to free those already under the Architect's control. "Then we'll have to show them something new," Sarah declared. Through her neural link, She guided the biomimetic swarm into new configurations, applying human innovation to ancient problems. The swarm scattered into clouds of quantum possibility, each microscopic robot carrying a fraction of human consciousness enhanced by artificial intelligence. They infiltrated the controlled ships through probability gaps, seeking out the quantum control signals that held the crews captive. "What are you doing?" The architect's first direct communication came as a cascade of corrupted quantum data. "Your species is too young to comprehend these forces." "That's exactly why we'll succeed," Sarah responded, even as the neural interface threatened to overwhelm her consciousness. "We don't have millennia of preconceptions limiting our thinking. We see possibilities where you see only equations." The Starweaver moved in concert with the loyal Valoran vessels, their combined technologies creating a resonance field that amplified the swarm's effects. Inside the controlled ships, the enslaved crews began to stir as the quantum probability loops holding them shattered. "Impossible," the architects transmitted. "These protocols have held for eons. No primitive neural interface cold." "You still don't understand," Sarah interrupted, her consciousness expanding through the quantum networks. "Humanity's neural interfaces aren't primitive. They're different. We didn't try to replicate your technology. We created something new." Through the station's sensors, she could see the architect's true form, patterns of quantum probability given consciousness, ancient beings who had abandoned physical form in pursuit of perfect control over reality. They had hidden within the dimensional boundaries, slowly infiltrating younger civilizations, waiting for their chance to resume their great work. But they had never encountered anything like humanity's hybrid approach to technology. The biomimetic swarm, guided by human consciousness and artificial intelligence, didn't try to overpower their control signals. It adapted to them, evolved around them, found ways to set the trapped minds free. "Your quest for perfection is your weakness," Sarah transmitted, pushing the neural interface to its limits. "You tried to eliminate quantum uncertainty, to control every possibility. But life thrives on uncertainty. It's what drives evolution, innovation, growth." The architects' control over the Valoran ships began to fail as their crews awakened. The ancient beings launched a desperate counterattack, trying to tear open the dimensional boundaries and summon reinforcements. But the combined forces of humans, Valoran, and Axiom held firm. "You cannot stop evolution," the architects warned. "Reality itself seeks perfection." "No," Sarah corrected them. "Reality seeks change. Perfection is stagnation. Real progress comes from adaptation, from finding new ways forward." Through the neural interface, Sarah guided the biomimetic swarm into its final configuration. The microscopic robots linked together, creating a quantum network that mirrored the station's own dimensional interfaces. But instead of sealing boundaries, it created something new, a quantum cage that could hold consciousness itself. "You want to control reality," Sarah challenged. "Then face the consequences of your actions. Experience uncertainty. Learn to change." The architects' quantum patterns were drawn into the swarm's network, their ancient consciousness trapped in a system that forced them to experience the very uncertainty they had tried to eliminate. They would not be destroyed, but transformed, forced to evolve like every other form of life. As the battle ended and the neural interface was disconnected, Sarah found herself standing on shaking legs, supported by both human and Valoran hands. Through the station's walls, they could see the freed ships returning to formation, their crews awakening to a universe forever changed. "What you've done," Zinval's mental voice carried awe. "It should not have been possible." The Axiom's mathematical communications expressed similar sentiments, their patterns suggesting concepts of revolutionary advancement and paradigm shifts. "That's humanity's gift to the universe," Sarah said, watching the biomimetic swarm reintegrate with the Starweaver. "We don't just accept change, we embrace it. We turn limitations into advantages. We find ways to grow that no one else imagined." The quantum relay station pulsed with renewed energy, its ancient systems harmonizing with the hybrid technologies that humans had helped create. It would no longer just be a doorway between realities, but a monument to the power of adaptation, innovation, and cooperation. The architects would remain trapped in their quantum cage, experiencing the uncertainty they had tried to eliminate, perhaps learning and evolving as all life must. Their ancient quest for perfection had been defeated not by superior force or technology, but by humanity's greatest strength, the ability to forge new paths, to unite unlikely allies, and to face an uncertain future with determination and hope. As the Starweaver prepared to return home, carrying news of both ancient threats and new alliances, Sarah knew that humanity's journey was just beginning. They had proven themselves not just to other civilizations, but to the universe itself. In a cosmos full of wonders and dangers, humanity's unique approach to progress would help light the way forward, one quantum possibility at a time.